Mercadona, Mercadona.
Yep. Pero, nein, no, das
Viva España, swag, viva España, España, España.
You don't believe me? Shame on you. Hello, people.
Welcome, everybody.
Yes, welcome. What's up? Well, how you doing, man? Did you miss us? Did you miss us?
We are back.
Previously
the Nesvi Show.
The Nesvi Show.
Episode 009.
That's right. We go in at the 9th episode, boys and girls. I hope you're still watching.
And you probably don't even know who we are, so let's
that's
just
true.
first introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
We are just two dudes.
Two men.
I'm speaking.
Two sweaty men.
Ravi Pitakur and
Nasty
my
boy.
boy.
Nasty boy.
Nasty boy.
That's my real
Exactly.
name. I am Nasty Boy. That's how I
And,
was born.
Today's topic is the following. Why don't you let them know what we're talking about
Well,
today?
today we are talking about the static plans. The static plans is our video series that we started back in 2016, I think. And it's our The Walking Dead parody. And it's going strong with 6 episodes. and Ravi Goof and I have made together 2 of those episodes. And today we wanted to share a bit about the backstory, the context between the first episode, how we came to it, and discuss the origins of the static plans. Yeah.
Exactly. And also the evolution and what the current state of the static plans, the series,
Yeah.
the whole Netflix original, the Nesvi original.
The Nesvi original show of the static plans. Yeah. Exactly.
So, but let's just first pull back a little bit and give the viewers, give the listeners just a current status about
Exactly.
what we're doing ourselves.
Yeah, you might. What we're doing ourselves, like in current projects, or what do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, right now I am making a shit ton of games, and to gain experience in my game development journey, so to say. Yeah.
That's awesome. You in the first episode we did, I remember, you said you were doing your bachelor's in Germany, right?
Correct. I have finished that. I am concluded with that part of my life. I no longer study there. I finished, and I made Dungeons and Donuts, a game, very cool game, as like my final work there, so to say.
You can check that out on, I think, itch.io,
on
right?
itch.io. Yes, you can check it out. It's free and it's a very dope game. Yeah.
Awesome.
And what about you, my man? What is keeping you busy these days?
Dude, I'm actually entering in the 3rd semester right now of my sort of media IT, or how you can call it, human interaction as well, in these studies. We're beginning next week, and there's a lot of... Last semester we've been working on a lot of projects like a recommender system. We built a Netflix type recommender system where you get recommended similar movies.
That is
Which is
cool.
really nice.
That's nice.
And
Like an algorithm.
the upcoming
so to say.
semester. Sorry?
Like an algorithm.
Yeah.
That's cool. That sounds complex.
We started with an algorithm, and then we obviously also had to build a user interface so that the user can interact with it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, the upcoming semester is gonna be a lot of focus on design, actually, and obviously still gonna have the programming background, the fundamentals as well.
Nice.
So this semester we're dealing with screen design, so more in the field of user interface. We're working
I've
with a
done
tool
that, yeah.
called Figma. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Can you repeat the last part? I didn't quite.
Well, we're gonna use a design tool. It's called Figma, for designing user interfaces. And was just wondering if you've heard of it.
I mean, I used Adobe XD for that, but I have
okay.
heard of that program. I have never touched it before, you know.
Yeah, the professors actually said that it's also quite usual that it's usually sort of the case that people also use Adobe XD for that. But sort of Figma was the optimal tool for so that all the students can use it.
Back in my practices in Marbella, I worked as a web designer there, and I practically made the user interface, and I sent it to the programmers. And the program that we used was a Sketch, but it was Mac exclusive.
Yeah.
Mac
We
exclusive.
also talked about that one.
It's pretty much when I used to work from home, when the whole quarantine hit, I just basically switched over to XD because they are compatible, and I just exported all my work into Sketch files, and then I sent it to the workspace there because I prefer to work on my own PC, you know.
Right. You actually told me once that you took the laptop that the company gave you, and sort of I was wondering, did you turn it back or did they ask for it?
No, they didn't ask for it, but I like 4 months later I was like, dude, do you want your computer back? And they were like, oh shit, we forgot, thank you. And right now I have it packaged, but I'm still waiting for them to send someone to retrieve it, because for some reason they don't want me going there to give it to them. I mean, this sounds a bit creepy, but I know where some of the employers live, and you know, I could just bring it to them. They're like 10 minutes away on a car trip. It would be super easy, but for some reason they don't want me bringing it there. So I just have to wait until like this weird transport company comes to pick the PC up, and they haven't. It's been forever, man.
No way.
So it's so weird, you know. I have it there, like packaged and ready to go. So one day, I guess they'll take it back.
Well, keep me updated then.
I was very tempted to install Apple Arcade on the Mac and just play Mac games that I can't play on a Windows computer. But then I thought, maybe quite dangerous. Plus, I kind of have admitted this in public now on a Nesvi show. So yeah, better not to do that.
Yeah, just keep it as a company laptop.
Exactly.
So, the static plants.
The static plans.
How did it start? How did it start, man?
Well,
Like first episode.
I remember we went on a sleepover at our school because
it was the final year.
in our German school there's this tradition. Well, in German schools generally there's this tradition that before you graduate, you have this day where you're allowed to do some things. I was going to say whatever you want, but that's no longer true. You can
It used to be the
break some
case,
rules,
right?
and you can goof around with your teachers. You can prank them. You can cover your school in toilet paper, all that stuff, you know. And you organize some activities that interrupts the class, so to say, you know. And
the classes of the other students.
Correct.
Right.
You throw basically a big party at the school. You're allowed to do that, but with some huge restrictions these days. And I can imagine even bigger restrictions from now on because of the whole pandemic thing. So yeah,
Make a prank day.
Abi-Streich is probably not going to be any more fun
Sorry, what did you say?
Abi-Streich is probably never going to be fun again, you know.
I can imagine.
But the thing is, the day after, we just went out to the countryside that is next to the school, and I don't know, I was just holding a stick, and you had the camera in your hand, and then it just kind of happened. I started to make some weird voice, and you were like, oh damn, there are no zombies here, there are only plants. They're the static, the static plants. And I was like,
Right.
yeah, man, let's do a quick video. And then I just improvise like, oh, I'm vegan. I hit these plants. How to survive in the plant apocalypse, you know? It was all super improvised, as you can probably tell if you watch the video. It's pretty
We
obvious.
didn't even had a script or anything like that.
Nothing like
We just came up with it.
We just flexed on the countryside. We flexed on them plants. I started smashing some plants and screaming, I'm vegan.
Damn, man,
And
you
yeah.
gotta be prepared though. When the vegetables come attack you.
Yeah. You need to be prepared for that plant apocalypse,
Most
man.
people are just not prepared for a vegetable attack.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody thinks about that.
That dumb paranoia about aliens invading our world. Maybe you should start considering the possibility of a plant invasion, man. I'm just saying.
I think it's the vegans that are behind it.
Yeah. It's all a conspiracy, and the vegans are trying to overtake the government.
The vegans are trying to overtake the government.
And then like 3 years later, I was bored in the summer, and I was like, dude, I want to make a sequel to the Static Plants. I remember you weren't around, you were in Germany, so I was
Probably
like,
in Germany, right?
yeah, I was like, bruh, I'm gonna call my friend Jose, and I'm gonna do some sequel to the Static Plants. And then I was like,
Right.
5 years later, MC Survivor and his son Carl are going in, and then Carl dies, and because he doesn't want to cover his body in guacamole, because guacamole protects you from the plants,
That was so good, man.
And then you watched the video and you liked it, and then you were around in the summer. So I was like, bruh, we gotta make a continuation to my video, and together, like a good old days where we made the Static Plants, and then we made the Fear the Static Plants season 2. Yeah, which is the third part.
Yeah, because it actually, like, after you published your produced video with Jose, it actually made sense to me to continue with that sort of with that series,
Yes.
Sort of you building up another story sort of fueled the recording and the production of the other episodes. Because as you said, it was like 3 years after, and it was just an abandoned project before.
Yeah, I mean, I really squeezed the potential out of it.
Right.
And yeah, it was fun. You made some pretty swag recording. I made some pretty swag script, and we had our friend Valeriano to help us out with the video, and that was pretty cool. And then you went back to Germany again, and I just made a Saw move, a Star Wars move, a Lord of the Rings move. I pumped as many episodes of the Static Plants as I could. I made the Static Plants the final season, which wasn't actually the final season. It was supposed to be, but then I came up with a spin-off. I invented a new character, Nick Glides. And I imagined he would want to go to the ocean, which is the sacred place without plants. And then I kind of mixed it up with an epilogue story to Negan in a sequel to that. And then I made a whole cinematic universe move, And then this summer, we actually wanted to make another one. But
Right.
I felt pretty uninspired. And, you were only for a short time, and time restrictions and all that. But we will make definitely another one, or at least I would like to make another one. It would be cool,
For sure.
Yeah. Make more of the Static
down
Plants
with that.
videos. We need to milk that shit out.
Make the Static Plans happen again.
Make the Static Plants forever. Forever the Static Plants.
Yeah.
10 seasons of the Static Plants. 20 films.
Like in 40 years, we're even gonna do Static Plans.
We're gonna make
and they've
remakes
already
of the Static
taken
Plants.
over the world.
Remakes.
It's gonna,
reboots
it's
and
not
musicals.
gonna be just like a fictional thing. We're gonna do a documentary.
Yeah. And we're gonna do a novel and a comic and a video game. And we're gonna make a musical. The Static Plans, the musical. Carl, don't touch the guacamole. You will die. Woo! And yeah, we'll make a shit ton of static plant stuff. We'll make merchandise. We'll make
I was just thinking about
MC
that.
Survivor action figurines. And we'll make plastic plants. How about that?
Damn.
Plastic plants, man.
Yeah.
And then I really would like to have my own guacamole ice cream, you know? My own.
We'll make a list, a bunch of things we're gonna do.
Yeah, if you have a suggestion of a piece of property or merchandise that we should make on the Static Plants IP, then comment it down below, man. Wherever you're watching
Or
us.
directly DM us on our Instagram profiles.
Yes.
Even better.
Yeah, exactly. And then
At nastyboy_99.
and Ravi Ptakur. Ravi Ptakur, yes. And
Exactly.
and what else? We can make a prequel where there are no plants and MC Survivor is just
prequel of the prequel.
yeah, where he's just some guy. The MC Survivor is just some guy who is named MC Survivor for some reason, even though he doesn't have to survive from
Yeah, I mean, it's
anything.
great. Like we can make that the username of his, I don't know, online profiles or gaming profiles,
Exactly.
you know. And then, you know, the backstory would be that he used to chill with Carlos in a real, just regular, standard, civilized way.
And his real name is Mario Casas. That's why he's called MC Survivor.
Yeah, right.
And then Mario Casas is like at a regular desk job, and he's like super bored, and he's like, bruh, I'd wish some fucking planned apocalypse would happen right now. And then just
Yeah.
it happens, and then
Shitstorming on Twitter, like, yeah, want just an apocalypse to happen. Fuck all the politics shit.
exactly. Or yeah, exactly. That would be pretty cool. And then like 20 years down the road, we can make a special revival episode. You know that how so many old shows like 20 fucking years later get these revival episodes or
Yeah.
revival shows or whatever. So in 10-20 years we can make the Static Plants revival, and then I don't know, MC Survivor is super old and he has a plant beard or something.
Yeah, he's the wise survivor now.
Like
He's the one who's teaching
wise survivor.
the younger apprentices.
The younger MCs, he's
Yeah.
teaching them how to survive the plant
Right?
apocalypse.
He's gonna be the godfather of
Exactly.
survivorship.
And eventually they can tame the plants and have them be their pets. And they can use them as weapons. And then they can lead wars using plants as bioweapons or something.
Great. Okay, dude. I want to spin back a little bit to regarding the production and sort of what just happened specifically in the other episodes that we did, but maybe kind of summarizing it now regarding the time left, and
Yes.
because we want to keep it short. We don't want you to have to listen through like a whole hour of just talking, talking, and
Talking
not doing.
about the Static Plants. Well, I mean,
So,
the thing
what
is-
happened at the production of the season 2 when we filmed with Zerotis?
with Mr. Serotis, yeah. Well, we went to this abandoned building that was pretty close to our school, so the landscape would feel similar, you know. The Static Plants 1 is in like this Mediterranean Spanish forest, so we needed to be in the same biome, so it would
close
fit
to
the
that.
aesthetic, yeah. And that's the
Especially
reason.
at the end, right? At the end when there was the fight
Yes, exactly.
with MC Survivor and
and Negan.
Negan, right?
Negan. And yeah, and you know, in Fear the Static Plants, I also recorded super close to where we originally filmed the Static Plants. And well, I mean, the building was pretty cool and huge. It gave us a lot of opportunity for some cool shots, you know.
for sure.
Yeah.
Even especially the different sceneries and basically the one, it wasn't a one take, but sort of the scene when you were sort of descending down through the stairs.
Yeah.
It was a really nice environment, definitely.
Yeah, and it allowed Negan to really showcase the building that he built out of clay, you know? He was like,
I built it myself.
Here are my babies, you know? We breed humans. And
One
here is
morning, I woke up and
I was like, dude, I'm gonna build a building.
it's so good.
And there's also the bowling station that they have there. Yeah. Oh, we have our bowling station. Too bad everything.
I totally forgot about that.
Too bad at the end of the episode everything is destroyed by the plants. You know, it's pretty sad actually.
Right. You know, strike. the plants hit a strike.
Epic. Yeah.
Dude.
And I remember
And this time we even had a script, right? Which was a huge difference.
Huge upscale in quality, definitely. Yeah. I remember
You can really notice that.
There is one deleted scene in the Static Plans that I just remembered. In the Static Plans 2. In the Fear the Static Plans 2, sorry. The very double that we're just talking about. I remember because you edited this video. I don't know if you... Well, I don't know why you cut it, but I guess you... Well, whatever. You cut the scene, right? And it was... Cerores was actually playing two characters. One where he said, "Oh no, the plants are getting in!" Bang, 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 and he was shooting at the plants. And there was the other character where he was wearing this robe over his head, like he was some old woman. And he came behind a column, and he was like, "The plants are getting in! They must have smelled the guacamole!" But that line doesn't actually make much sense, because in the context of the previous episodes, we know that guacamole protects you from the plants.
Right.
You know, it camouflages you between them. But Cerores was like, the plants have smelled the guacamole, and that's why they're here. That didn't make much sense, you know. But anyway.
Well, maybe the plants are just kind of stupid, and just like when you want to catch some bees, you just put a little bit of honey on the surface, and then they just come flying, and bam, you stamp.
Yeah, but if you cover yourself in honey, you're not gonna be like invisible to the bees. Quite the opposite, I think.
They're gonna definitely not. But I don't
holy
think
fuck,
that
honey.
the bees will be attacking you if you're full of honey.
Well, if you're full of mud, they won't attack you either. You know.
Right, but maybe they won't be as attracted to you as if you were covered in honey.
I mean, really, bees are quite peaceful. The only situation where a bee is gonna attack you is if they feel threatened, and usually that is if you attacked first, or if you're close to a colony. Because I remember I was near a bee colony in the forest here near to my house a couple of months ago, and they went after us. They actually fucking went after us, and we had to run super, super fast away from the bees.
Protecting their real estate, huh?
Yeah. I mean, bees
This
are
is my land.
fucking fast, you know? I was running as fast as I could, and I felt them humming next to my ear all the time.
No way.
It was really scary. So yeah, they mean beers. What the fuck? Bees, they mean business, you know? If you get too close to their hive, then they get aggressive as fuck.
Oh.
So yeah.
And testosterone keeps pumping in the bees.
Get away from my honey, bitch!
What do you want here, huh?
Get out of my lawn, you fucking immigrant! That's what the bees say, exactly.
So, from that really professional, at least to some extent, production, you went to Germany and then started another episode right there, right? Because we like the upcoming or the next video following the Fear the Static Plans. Part 2 video is
the Static Plans,
whole
the final
other
season.
environment, right?
Yeah, it's in Germany. I have this friend. He's called Tim, and he was from my college in Germany. And I was like, bruh, look at my Static Plans videos, and he found them funny. And I was like, let's make another one, but here in Germany, and we make another time skip, another 5 years into the future, and you know. MC Survivor, he's old, and he's tired of running away from the plans, and he confronts his inner demons, and he fights an evil pumpkin.
Did you show him all the videos? Previous videos?
I showed him all the previous videos, so he would have a bit of context. No.
That's
I
cool.
couldn't have shown him Fear the Static Plans 2, because that video wasn't uploaded when we
It
recorded
wasn't ready, right?
it. No.
Uh-huh.
When we recorded it, the video wasn't done yet. So I told him what was going to happen, and he was like, whoa, interesting. And then, the video with Nick Lights, The Static Plans World Beyond, is just a spin-off, because I was super bored during quarantine. I was so bored. So, I just, I was like, I'm gonna do a Static Plans video.
Another character.
Yeah, I'm gonna do another Static Plans video in the garden. I don't even care anymore. And I just made it in the garden, Epic. And then the Static Plans Saints and Sinners, I actually put a little more effort into that video. I made a very swaggy script, and I went with Jose again, and we made another video. And I used that opportunity to give Negan a more satisfying conclusion than just being punched in the face by MC Survivor. Because obviously he's not going to die.
Negan also deserves to have a little bit more length in the whole series, right?
Now he has an actual, conclusion. It's not like, oh, he got punched in the face and now he's dead. Exactly. And,
for the ones of you who haven't watched all the Static Plans videos yet, you can just check it out on YouTube, just typing in the Static Plans.
Yes, exactly.
Just by doing that, you will get to all the videos. Mr. Nesty Boy has even created a playlist including the whole series.
The correct order, chronologically speaking, is the Static Plans. The Static Plans World Beyond, Fear the Static Plans, Fear the Static Plans 2, the Static Plans Saints and Sinners, and the Static Plans The Final Season. That is the chronologic order of the events in the timeline of the Static Plans, so to say. Because we have, right after the apocalypse, we have 5 years later, and then we have 10 years later.
Right. That's nice. So now you know in which order to watch it. If you haven't already, grab yourself some popcorn or some Doritos. Or
make some marathon and watch them all.
Some vegan.
Epic.
Some vegan stuff.
Vegan stuff, yeah, bro. Yeah, that way you can relate to MC Survivor a bit more.
And what about the final episodes after the one with Negan, after Saints and Sinners?
After Saints and Sinners, there is nothing more. That's it, really.
That's the... that's sort of the melancholic end with Negan.
Yeah, I mean, he either dies or you save him. It's up to you. You could choose it. And
it's so cool that you built in that interactive feature.
Because I did that for the end of MC Survivor, so you could choose how you wanted his story to end. So I did the same for Negan and Nick Lights. So yeah. My name is Nick Lights. Nick Lights is basically a Mexican Ricky Grimes, and Negan is Negan. I didn't change much his character. Negan is like just
his
Negan.
Stepbrother from Mexico.
Exactly.
So what I was gonna ask you is, I mean, as we can see through all the episodes, you've been sort of the main force of sort of the main party behind the storylines, or sort of the story building itself, or building the stories, right? Writing the scripts. That's been you basically have written all the scripts, and I've done sort of the productional thing on the videos that I have been involved with. I was wondering if you, because you come from this design, and you I know you started with comics. I was wondering if you sort of build the story elements that you build into the comics and the games you do also into the episodes.
What do you mean?
Sort of creating the characters like Nick Lights and Negan, and how they interact with each other.
I don't like what. I don't understand the question. Like, I create, like, yeah, I created the characters, right? Or at least we came up with them. So, what are you trying to, what are you referring
Well, I'm just curious about how you develop the characters, how you come up with the ideas for the characters, like Nick Glides. It's just
the fuck I
being
know. I have no idea. I don't know. I just, I mean, it's not like it's a big deal. It's just taking Rick Grimes, swapping a couple of letters, and being like, bruh, now he's Mexican, and that making some dumb
so
voice.
just casual.
That's really it. I mean, I of course give them all a motivation, right? And Nick Glides,
Yeah, that's what I
from
was
the
asking
start
about.
that you see him, he wants to go to the ocean because he believes there are no plants in the ocean. Plot twists: algae is actually a plant and it lives in the ocean, but he doesn't know that. He believes the ocean is the sacred land without plants. And MC Survivor, at first he just wants to survive with his son, but then his son dies. So then he's like, I'm gonna survive my way, and then he's tired of the fucking plants. He just wants to end his journey, and yeah. So MC
That's
Survivor
beautiful.
has a little bit more progression throughout the years. Nick Lights is very simple. He just wants to go to the ocean. And Negan, I don't know. Negan wants to have people to work for him. He has another ideal of what surviving means through
Yeah, like
forced
Carlos.
labor, and when in the second episode where Negan shows up, he's really broken down. So he just tags along for the ride with Nick Lights. He wants to see what's out there, and that's it, really.
Yeah, and it makes sense, to make MC Survivor the most interesting and detailed character because he's obviously playing the biggest role in the series.
He is the main driving force, and he is the main reason most things happen in the episode, really, except for when just a random bunch of plants storm into your clay building and destroy everything. But yeah. He is the main character. He has the most developed storyline, so to say, And even though his story is over, there are a lot of years where we don't know what he has been doing. We in the series we get glimpses. Like,
Right.
It's been 5 years, it's been 10 years. Like, what, bro? What the fuck? What happened between those years, right?
Yeah,
So
and
maybe
who knows?
Yeah.
In the future, we'll be probably going
Yeah.
back to those unfinished or to those time periods where we don't get yet a glimpse into
Exactly. I just built a gigantic timeline with 10 years, so we can just put in there whatever the
Good
fuck we
job,
want,
dude.
really.
Right.
I was like, I'm gonna do some big time gaps between each episode in the unlucky case that I want to make more, because I was like, this is the final season, but
Clever, dude.
it doesn't happen the day after, so I have some time to squeeze some things in there,
You genius, you.
Epic. Everyone needs to take this approach to storytelling, If you make a sequel to something, just be like, it's been 20 years since the last time, and then you can just make how many movies you want. It's really simple. XD.
Definitely.
Well. I think that was a nice introspective into the static plans. That was a nice
For sure.
topic
Really
to talk about.
enjoyed going back to the details.
Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah,
MC
I think
Survivor.
this is the intro to the outro of this episode.
Yeah. If you
I really
enjoyed
hope you
the
enjoyed-
podcast, then follow
Right.
us on social media. I, MC Survivor, don't have any social media, but Nesty Boy and Ravi Goof do have. So yeah.
And Carlos also doesn't have any Instagram or social media.
That's true, he doesn't. And Negan doesn't, but I'm pretty sure his actor does. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, the actor of Negan, probably has social media, but Negan, the character, I don't think so.
Like fan pages, obviously.
Yeah,
but
probably,
not the
yeah.
official one.
I mean,
So,
yeah.
you can check us out on at nessyboy_99.
Yes. And Raviptakur. Raviptakur. Okay, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching.
See you next time on the episode
10.
episode
010.
010.
Epic.
Who knows what we're gonna talk about?
We're gonna
We'll
talk
let you know.
about your mama. Okay, no. We're gonna talk about, I don't know, pizza or something. Yeah.
We'll figure it out, definitely.
Bye.
Alright, guys, see you.
Bye.
Stay well.